Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hurricanes will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll call for the fair catch here. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He wants to throw here on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. They're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He wants to throw it again. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing in a double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw in the double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to pass it. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On the return, it's Payne. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Catch inside the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Defense in press coverage. Fast motion from the offense. On the run, it's Price. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. That is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Quarterback alone in the backfield, 5 wide on 2nd and 14. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner is stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. To the air on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the runway.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab on the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense dropping into soft coverage. The snap sets up the throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Meadows. Going up top. Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's wrestled to the ground.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Irish.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The handoff to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Meadows. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Pocket starts to collapse. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Corner's going to give them room. Wide out in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Meadows. He turns that loose down the right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Guys, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who can score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the 1st game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point splits the upright. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to take off. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it.
Get it. Sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks, but man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Let's see what they've got on second down. Defense not showing press coverage. Lets it fly. He makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a play.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this route. Halfway
there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking for a huge play. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception with his quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got the tight end. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. He makes a grab, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
28, Miami, 14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang.
Picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Off play action on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Irish.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense. That guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. You can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Miami, 14.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Always looking to throw. Lets it fly on the move. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Miami.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Number 92, set to advance on the football.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He makes the connection. And the Canes get it past the sticks. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Back to the air one more time. Buying some time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Offense about to reel off its seventh play of the drive. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Freshman trying to take a shot but put just a little too much on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Wide receiver shows motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Here come the Irish back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After misfiring, it's second down. Corners are going to bail. Dialing up a second down pass play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On the run, it's Price.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Meadows. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught close to the marker, it's Flanagan. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
42, Miami, 14.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception in the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen. Something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Meadows. Got his man downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And he's wrapped up after a